Good afternoon, Aja here from Gardendayz. It is quite a windy day today. That's why I decided to wait till later to get started on this, because the early morning was a bit windy and it's supposed to die down, but it doesn't seem like it really has. It's not too awful bad right now. I want to work on digging up these gladiolas because they're not cold hardy in my zone, which is a 6B. And also, as you can see, the canna has died back. This is another plant that is not cold hardy in my zone. So I'm going to dig this up and save the root, just like I'm going to save the bulbs from the gladiolas. Another thing that I want to do today is plant these little seedlings. I'd rather them be in the ground than stay in the pots for winter. I have more down here and some over there. So quite a few to get planted. And yeah, see, they're starting to pop up. I think they would just be better in the ground. So I'll work on that today. To grab my trusty garden fork. I forgot I also bought some daffodils that I should get planted today. So it's going to be quite a busy day, but I'm excited for it. First of all, let's go ahead and get this canna dug up. Wow, at the bottom there's some green coming up. It's wanting to grow, but yeah, I'll put it in a pot. I did buy some potting soil, and I'll just take it with me in my RV. I think it'll be fine. Let's see. It might start growing again because I'm sure I'll be going to warmer climates for a little bit. Then obviously everywhere it gets cold. And try to leave most of this soil here. Oh, it's starting to spread. Look, isn't that cool? The clump started with this one main plant. Now it's spread over this way and this way. So I'm going to go ahead and get this in a pot. All right. So I just bought some cheap potting soil. Ooh, turn off the water. As I was saying, I bought some cheap potting soil, because it's just for the winter, so I'm not too awful worried about it. Is that a rock? It is a rock. Huh. So I'm going to put some soil at the bottom. Okay, I've got it about halfway full, so that should be good. And I'll stick the canna in there. It's nice, healthy roots. That's going to be perfect. I'll probably cut this back a little bit. And then I want to put some on the top. Then I'll get it watered in. You will be a houseplant for the winter. Or I should say an RV plant, since it'll be overwintering in my RV and traveling with me, and a traveling plant. I'm not going to do this with mini plants. I just don't want to carry around a lot of plants. Obviously, when traveling, it's not the best thing. Luckily, I'm traveling in my RV, so there is room for a couple plants. And that's what I will have. I've got a plant from my friend, Nicole, actually two of them, and they're in head vases, and they're really pretty. They're succulents, so I definitely want to keep those. Okay, I think that's good. Put this down so I can get some water on this. Like I said, I'm going to cut back some of these leaves, and then she'll go into my RV. I'm excited about taking this plant with me. It did not bloom this season, but it has beautiful kind of orange flowers with yellow speckles. At least that's what I think it should be. But, you know, sometimes you get the wrong thing in a package. But we'll see, and I'm excited to see how the blooms are. Very tropical and beautiful. This bag was $2 at Walmart because they were having a sale, and it feeds up to 6 months, which is all I need because I'll be back here by then. And like I said, it's just for the winter, so if I feel like it needs anything extra, I'll definitely give it to it. Hey, Moo, are you watching TV? Oh, a gardening show. It's actually one of my shows I put on for her. I want to see what I have. So I bought daffodils, which I could put in that hole because the rabbits will not eat the daffodils. And I have some alliums. These I have to put in a pot somewhere because the rabbits, or I think ground squirrels, will eat these. It's weird. I didn't think they liked alliums, but they do. So these will have to be put up high. And I actually have a spot I think I want to put them. There's 18 bulbs. They might not all fit in there. Yeah, I think they'll be perfect. Oh, what's this? Oh, one broke off. I think they'll be perfect in this hole. Oh, let me dig it a little deeper. I'll just throw the whole bag in here and see how it does. I love this yellow color. I think those will be pretty here. So we'll just rip the bag open and start dumping them in. How easy is that? I probably should spread them a little bit. Make sure the point is up. And these will naturalize in the garden. I think that's going to be wonderful. And I grabbed one of my hollyhocks that I started from seeds. I think I'm going to put it right in the middle. And if this naturalizes, that will be amazing. There'll be daffodils in the spring. And then in the summer, we'll have the hollyhocks right here. We grab some water. All right, that should be plenty. Actually, you know, I think I'd prefer black-eyed Susans there instead of hollyhocks. Hollyhocks are beautiful, but they're usually towards the back of the border or in the middle. I think these will be okay by the edge. Okay, go ahead and water those in. Remove the hollyhock. I might have to make a little more room, as this pot is definitely bigger. That should be fine. Since they're seedlings, I'm sure the root system is still small. Actually, wow, they come down to here. Huh. Okay. Let's see. That'll be good. And I'll just move you over here. Okay, I'm gonna get another bag of soil. All I have is the potting mix, so I'll just use that to cover this. All right, I guess I'll have to find a new spot for my canna lilies, but that's fine. They can be tucked in anywhere next season. Oh, it's very clumpy. Clumpy. There we go. Nice. Hopefully I get back in time to see the daffodils, which are usually in April, and I usually don't get back till May. But we'll see this season if I come back early. Now I kind of wish that I would have bought 4 more bags of daffodils, because then I could have did the same here. That would have been nice. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and dig up the gladiolas. I had thought to leave a bunch, just a grouping for winter and see how they do, because I have grown gladiolas in the past, but in pots, and they did not come back. I've never grown them in the ground, so it'd be interesting to see. And since this was the one that actually flowered, and it seems like the stronger plant, maybe I should leave this and see if it comes back next year, and I'll dig up the other 3. That sounds like a good plan. Actually, let me get some of this mulch out of the way. And this was started with 4 separate bags. I think there was about 12 in each bag. 12 or 15, I can't remember. All right, that was easy. Look at that. So I'm definitely going to shake off the soil. And I'm going to let these, oh, look at those. They are multiplying. I'm going to let these dry out a little bit, I believe. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just get them planted into a pot and see how they do. I found some rotten bulbs. All bulbs did not take, but look, it kind of reminds me of garlic. You definitely don't want to eat that. Okay, I'm going to cut back the old bloom stalks and leave the greens so that the bulbs have a chance to sizen up if it's possible. Might not be possible. We are starting to get pretty cold. This might just die back, but I'm okay with that. I want to leave the leaves still. If it dies back, then that will give it kind of insulation. And I also put some wood around for more insulation, and see if that helps. And I did scrape more mulch around this area too. Hopefully that helps and they can survive. I've heard of people getting them to survive in zone 7. And that's usually what we are, as a zone 7A. But there are times when we can get down to, I think, -2. So that puts us in a zone 6B. But that rarely happens. But we'll see. I'll come back next season. This was the strongest bunch, so it just makes sense to leave this in the ground and see how it does. This is what I have left. Now these bulbs here, the stalks broke off. They just came right off. And these are what I might keep. This right here, I'm going to go through. And I think I'm going to do the hollyhocks here instead. And around the hollyhocks, I'll do about 4 or 5 bulbs. And just see how they do together. I think that'll be pretty. All right, I'm getting the hollyhocks watered in. I've already watered these 3. That should be good. So this one does not have any signs of life. There's no green, but the seeds are in there. And I'm going to plant all 5 of them in that area. There's only 3 holes. So what I'll probably do is plant this one with one that is already growing. Because, like I said, the seeds are in there. So maybe something will sprout in the spring. We'll see. I might place a hollyhock back here. Yeah. That way the hollyhocks will all have gladiolas with them if the hollyhocks decide to come back. But I guess only time will tell. The soil's really good. I amended it this season. So just place this in here carefully. Oops, I shouldn't bury that yet because I need to put the other bulbs back in. Let's actually go ahead and do that. Oh, separate. Oh, well, maybe not. Okay. Let's grab one. That's one. Wow, this one has a bunch of little ones growing. So we'll see how that does. I've decided I'm going to do 3 around the hollyhocks. Let's get them in there firm. I will add some soil. That one doesn't want to stand. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get the other ones done. The stems are just breaking off really easy, so I think I am going to get rid of all the green. See, they just break right off. And just keep the bulbs. It'll be easier. Way easier. I'll still put them in a pot, though. Oh, there's one right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the compost. I should just stack them around the plants to break down for more insulation. That's what I'll do. That's a smart idea. There we go. Oh, that doesn't leave me with much for the other one. Maybe I'll steal some of these. I do have more wood, so I'll probably go grab some of that. Yeah. Let's put this one back here. Okay. All right. That should be good. One more here. Ta-da! I think that will help with insulating the ground. I'll grab you. And these are the ones I'm going to save. I do have a pot of soil out, but I'm going to put these in a warm, dry place to dry out for several days, probably a week. And then right before I get ready to leave, I'll just put them in here. They should be fine in the loft up here for now. And then I'll remember to, oh, I need to close that window. Huh. Okay. But yeah, they should definitely be fine there for now. When I get ready to leave, I'll put them into the pot. Okay, next is the alliums. Let's take those. Okay, this pot here has Russian sage, yarrow, and I think a daisy in it, which is just barely has any growth. But I was thinking about putting it in here, although it's pretty full. So I don't think that would probably be a good idea. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'll plant them right here, next to this tree, next to this yarrow, and protect them like I did the yarrow. So I'm going to go loosen up the soil and then get my little screening so I can protect the plants. That way nothing will eat them. Okie dokie. I'm just going to put a few stakes in it so it doesn't blow anywhere. That should help. There we go. All right, that should be good, hopefully. This bed has been amended already. There is a drip line that runs through here. So I think I'm going to plant some of the perennials. I don't know which ones yet. I'll go look. I have a lot of coneflower here, but I already have coneflower in that garden. And I don't have but one black-eyed Susan where I showed you I planted it. So I think I'll take the other 5 and plant it in that area. I'm just going to grab all of these in the same tray. I don't need this one. Right, here's my plants. Also need to grab my fertilizer. How silly was that? I didn't put any fertilizer with the other plants. And the fertilizer. And my auger. Ugh. Okay. I'm gonna go back and sprinkle some fertilizer over these plants as well. I won't do it to the gladiola that wasn't dug up. It should be fine. Just all the new plantings. These are the foxgloves, and I think I'm going to do these 5 right in here. Now, next season I will have to run some drip over there because there is none. My friend Butterfly brought me some regular mint. I do have sweet mint and chocolate mint, but this one is just a regular mint, and I forget, I think I had peppermint here, but it died off, so I'm replacing the peppermint with the mint my friend gave me. I'm also bringing some extra pots with me because I tried to start seed last season and it didn't go that well. Plus the pots were the gardening stuff is expensive, so especially seed starting stuff. So I'm going to take these with me, so I'll have the supplies. All I have to do is get the seed starting soil, and I already have seeds. This was a tray of cuttings, and it doesn't look like anything's really survived other than this Russian sage, or maybe it's catmint. It is catmint. And I think out of these, I'm just going to get the onions planted, and the rest of it is no good. So we'll grab these. Yeah, it says seeds I started that never came up, so I'll leave them be. Oh yeah, that was the sedum. I'm going to go put that in a pot somewhere. So I'll get these watered in and then plant them in. I'll just spread them out right here. I think this will be fine. There's drip emitters here. Where are they? Oh, there's one. So, oh, that's pretty dry. I'll definitely have to water these in. And where's the next one? Down there. Those have some nice roots on them. Okay. And then last one. Yeah, that one too. Got one more and that'll be it. Okay. Okay, water them in. Since I have 8 echinacea, I think I will plant them here. There's also some onions mixed into here, but they'll be fine. And I believe that'll be it. The last ones. Go ahead and stick these over here and take the whole tray. I can tell I got started late. I feel like it's been a long day. Gotta get these watered in. These will be good for the pollinators. And nice in my veggie garden. I think the sun's getting ready to go away. I got done just in time. So fingers crossed, I'm hoping for the best in this area here. Then I did the foxgloves back there. I think those will be nice and tall. And then the black-eyed Susans back here by the cedar. And pulled up the hosta. No, sorry, not hosta, the canna. And then planted the daffodils here with oh yeah, another black-eyed Susan. So hopefully that'll look nice. But yeah, I just realized mostly everything went into this garden besides the coneflower. But it's all good. It needs to be filled up anyways. It is the center garden. Was my test garden this season, but I don't believe it's going to be anymore. I can always create another one. And the row of coneflower intermingled with onions. I just skipped wherever the onions were. I didn't put starter fertilizer with this because I just amended this soil and it already has fertilizer in it. But I think this will be a nice addition to the veggie garden, having some flowers and bringing in the pollinators. So I just hope they do well and overwinter. Wow, the sun feels amazing, but it's almost gone. I think I'll stand here and enjoy the sun for the last 5 or 10 minutes that it's here. It just feels lovely. But I'm going to go in and fix some dinner afterwards and then probably edit and call it a night. I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me in my garden. Hopefully we'll see you next time. If you want to check out more videos, they'll be over here. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can do so there. Bye for now. Mwah.